How dare I? How very dare I, eh? So I dared to put a video on yesterday regarding flu, the current flu epidemic that we're being told is so serious in this country, and specifically talked about flu in children, flu in schools, vaccinating children, etc., etc. And I've had lots and lots and lots of comments, mostly on X rather than on here, but some on here as well, basically saying that better safe than sorry, that do I not care about children? Do I not care about children's welfare? Do I not care about children's safety? If vaccination saves even one life, isn't it worthwhile? Am I heartless? Don't I care about children? Blah, 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 blah. And of course I care about children. Of course I care about children's safety. And of course, even one death from flu is too many and is a tragedy for that child and for that family. I totally get that. But let's be real about this. I did some digging because rather than just basing this on emotion, let's base it on some statistics. So, according to NHS England, the number of children who died of flu in the year, I think it was 23-24, could have been 24-25, was 56 children. I then asked some questions and did some searches. How many of those children had already had serious underlying or life-limiting conditions? And depending on the definition of the condition, it was between 60 and 78%. So 3/4, roughly speaking, 2/3 to 3/4 of the children that died from flu already had very serious health conditions. So 3/4 of 56 is 40 something, 42, which means that actually in reality, about 14 to 15 to 16, maybe 20 if you want to really push the number, children died from flu who weren't already seriously unwell. Now that, as I say, is an absolute tragedy. It's 20 too many. It's awful for the children. It's awful for their parents. It's awful for their entire extended family. I'm not saying anything about that whatsoever. But that, in the grand scheme of things, is a very small number. Compare and contrast that to these same people having a pop at me saying I don't care about children. How many obese children are in the country? So again, if you go and do some official digging into statistics, they break it down by age group. So roughly speaking, in the 2 to 15-year-old age group, about 15%, between 14 and 15% of children are classified as obese. 25%, I think it was 25.8% of children are classed as overweight. So over a quarter of children under the age of 15 are officially overweight, and nearly 15% are classified as obese. Obesity is dangerous, particularly in young children. Not only does it cause diabetes, it causes a whole host of life-limiting conditions, as well as ruining the children's lives going forward, as well as leaving them open to things like bullying and childhood trauma, etc., etc. So those same parents, those same people that are accusing me of not caring about children, are more than happy to feed their kids turkey Twizzlers, or take them to McDonald's 3 times a week, or let them guzzle Coke or ice cream, or live on chips and sunshine food. 15 to 25% of the children in the country is millions of children, millions, who are being deeply affected by poor health and by obesity. And yet I'm in the wrong for calling out flu vaccinations for children, when in reality, flu kills a maximum of 56 children a year, of which 3/4 were already very ill anyway. Compare 56 children to millions of children being affected by the poor health and life-limiting conditions caused by obesity and caused by eating junk food and crap. So wind your neck in, stop having a pop at me, and maybe look at taking better care of your children. Look at maybe feeding them proper food, healthy food, getting them off of fizzy drinks, getting them off of sweets, getting them off of crisps, getting them off of ice cream, getting them to lose a few pounds, getting them to start to take up some exercise and do a bit of running, or play a bit of sport, or just get outside and go for long walks with the dog. It's hypocritical in the extreme to say, oh, well, I protect my children. I made sure they had the flu jab, when that child is 3 stone overweight. You're not protecting your child. You're doing it far, far, far more damage. And giving them a flu jab and thinking you're a good parent and doing a good job just ain't true. And yes, I know this video is going to upset a whole shitload more people, but tell me I'm wrong, because I know I'm not.